She stopped traffic, not with a carriage, but with her face. A 22-year-old Swedish milkmaid was arrested in Stockholm in 1834 simply for being too beautiful to ignore. Aristocrats later paid her just to exist in the same room. They held the checkpoint but not the war. Spievi S-42 rolled past Libyan soldiers serving under Italian command in Tunisia in 1943, men fighting someone else's battle in someone else's land for an empire already crumbling. The air tasted like winter and industry. In 1950s Leicester coal didn't just heat homes, it defined the skyline, the lungs, and the rhythm of an entire city still running on fire and soot and stubborn British grit. Even warriors get bored. An unnamed day, an unnamed place, Japanese soldiers crouched over a toy car, laughing at something small and harmless in the middle of a war that was anything but. She was too young for both the rifle and the cigarette, but Sarajevo had stopped caring about that. A girl stood guard at a cemetery in September 1992 waiting to bury someone the war had already decided to take. The gun wasn't theirs, but the desert didn't care. Italian artillerymen worked a borrowed German anti-tank cannon in North Africa in 1941. Two struggling allies sharing weapons in a campaign neither would ultimately win. They drank on the bones of the enemy and called it a good afternoon. British soldiers in North Africa turned a downed Luftwaffe Bf-110 tail into a bar, because nothing tastes better than victory poured over the wreckage of the other side. They didn't drop it from the sky, they buried it and stepped back. A 1.2 kiloton nuclear device detonated 20 meters underground in Nevada in 1955, and the earth didn't just shake, it swallowed itself whole. No one had touched it in 3,200 years. That rope, that clay, that unbroken seal on Tutankhamun's tomb photographed in 1923, a king's last locked door still holding its secret long after everyone who sealed it had turned to dust. The desert refused to let them go. Buried around 5020 BC in Chile's Atacama, a human body lay undisturbed for 7,000 years, skin still clinging, hair still present, clothes still intact, because some places are too dry even for death to finish its work. The jump was supposed to end on the ground. During Operation Varsity on March 24, 1945, a U.S. paratrooper of the 17th Airborne Division never made it down. Suspended in a tree near Wesel, Germany, his parachute became his grave before the battle even reached him. They worked land they would never own. In 1996, landless peasants on the Giacometti plantation in Parana, Brazil, lived inside one of the country's sharpest contradictions. Some of the most fertile soil on earth worked by hands that held no legal claim to a single inch of it. The Breda 2065 M35 was Italy's primary light anti-aircraft cannon in the African campaign. Royal Italian Army soldiers maneuver the 20mm automatic gun on the African front, a weapon designed to bring down planes in a desert where the sky was rarely on their side. The image speaks before any caption can. A Japanese soldier sits carried in a basket by two Chinese men, an unnamed place, an unnamed year, but a single photograph that captures the weight of occupation more honestly than any official record ever would. She came to London at 8 years old looking for a better life. Victoria Climbie arrived in 1999 with her great-aunt, and by February 2000 was rushed to hospital dying from months of deliberate abuse and torture. Her death triggered a full UK government inquiry that reshaped child protection law forever. He was bought for a pound of salt and put in a cage for New Yorkers to stare at. Ota Benga, captured in the Congo, was exhibited at the Bronx Zoo in 1906 alongside primates, and when freedom finally came home never did, and in 1916 he died by his own hand. His face says everything the report left out. Captain Ike Fenton of the U.S. Marine Corps photographed during the Battle of No Name Ridge in September 1950, a man mid-Korean War wearing the kind of exhaustion that no military briefing ever manages to put into words.